2, 1.
What is it? Peace, love, and happiness?
Peace, love, and freaking fitness for all. You messed
For all? I thought it was to all. But, you know.
Peace, love, and freaking fitness for all.
So let me read the quote and then
you
that's it.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
Go, Mike.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Mike.
This is Veronica.
And this is
Day 75.
video. We were starting 75 hard, and I don't want to go too into detail, but you can always watch that. 75 hard is basically 75 straight days of no cheat meals, no alcohol, sticking to a diet. You choose whatever diet you want. 2 workouts a day, minimum 45 minutes. They have to be about 3 to 4 hours apart. One of them has to be outdoors. Drink 1 gallon of water, read 10 pages from a book.
Progress picture.
And a progress picture every single day for 75 days.
If you saw my last video, you'll know that today's day 75. 20 pounds down, super excited. You heard Mike tell you the rules of the challenge, and I'm super excited to share with you guys in this video all our progress. In the 75 days, you go through different phases, just breaking it up into like 3 parts or how you feel. Number 1, you feel like, oh my gosh, I am extremely tired the first 10 days, and you're like, oh Jesus, I have another 65 days of this. How is my body gonna recuperate? How am I gonna figure out how to manage this, correct?
Getting into it, like the first day, it was scary just to know, like, what if I fail? But I don't like to fail at anything, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick to it no matter what. So like she said, like the first few days it's hard because you just look and you're like, man, I'm on day 5 or day 9, like the single digits. You want to get out of the single digits and get into the double digits.
Then towards the middle, you're like, wow, I can definitely do this, but I still have this again, another 25, another 50 days, right?
Then you go into the like 25, 35 days in, and you're like, wow, I've already done this for at least a month. I'm getting closer to the end, but then you look at how many days are left and you're like, wow, I still got like 40 something, 50 days left, which is, wow, am I gonna see the end of this anytime soon? Am I gonna break before the 75 days?
Towards the end, you're just kind of like, for me, I lost like track of the days. It was more like, this is my everyday, like I need to accomplish these tasks during the day, and that was basically the 3 phases that I went through.
You go back and forth a lot throughout. For me, I think when I first started it, day 55 or 60, where you're kind of reaching the end, were really, really tough days for me. Those were like probably some of my toughest days for like about 5 days. And then you get right back onto your groove and you just finish it out strong.
Yeah, I think also you find reasons to give up, right? Like either you constantly face obstacles where you're like, I mean, I've already done this for 50 days. I mean, it's clear I can do it. Like, might as well, you know.
Why give up now?
Yeah, or you'll encounter like yummy foods that you can't eat, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I wish I could have that French fry or something, right? But then you like regroup and you're like, wait a minute, like I'm not gonna waste all this progress just for a French fry. And that's where integrity and, you know, confidence in yourself comes in, I feel like.
You start to talk to yourself a lot. Like you have that little angel and that devil like saying, hey, just have that French fry. Nobody's gonna really know. But then you have that one that says, hey, don't give up. Don't just give in to what you've done your whole life, because your whole life you've always failed at obviously your fitness journey, because that is why you are at where you are at now with your weight.
Yeah.
So just stick it out and see where it gets you. And I mean, it's 75 days if you think about it. It is just a little over 10 weeks.
Yeah.
You have 12 months in the year that you pretty much stick to a routine that it's usually eating unhealthy, maybe not working out, So what is 10 and a half weeks really? Like, if you don't do it, time is gonna pass you by no matter what you decide to do. Through the program, like, you do get grit, you become relentless. You start to get tunnel vision where you are focused on one way and one way only, and you kind of don't see your surroundings because you're focused on yourself. And at the same time, like, you start to kind of filter out the bullshit. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people tend to make excuses like, I can't do this because I have kids. She has kids. I can't do this because I'm working a 9-to-5 job, or I can't do this because I can't not drink. Like, I remember when I first talked to her, explained to her 75 hard, I think she kind of like thought about it a little bit, and then I explained to her again 2 weeks later because she asked me again, and she told me,
wow, that's really difficult. I really appreciate you explaining it to me and telling me everything. I really wanted to do 75 hard. I'm talking to my husband about maybe doing it together. I think our biggest thing is the reading and no alcohol. I love to drink. I love going out. I love drinking, and so does my husband. So that's going to be really hard, but I know that that's going to make a huge difference. And then as far as the reading, I'm just like you. I'm a very smart girl. I had really good grades when I was in school, but reading was always my biggest thing. And then also with the kids, it makes it a little bit more exhausting, but obviously that's not an excuse. But yes, I'm gonna look into it. I'll let you know. In 75 days, I have done 2 CrossFit competitions, competed in intermediate for the first time, and actually got podium, which was like a goal of mine. I lost 20 pounds, like I said before, out of the 40 that I have lost in total since I started back up in CrossFit. I resigned from my job, decided I need a change completely in career. I started a play date and workout group with a few moms on the weekends, and we go to the parks and we do that, so that's fun. On top of that, I got a few skills that I was wanting to get, like strict pull-ups. I was very, very adamant about getting that before year end. Little did I know I got it way sooner. And handstand push-ups are coming soon, so that's fun. After 75 hard, I'm extremely scared of what's to come. I'm afraid of losing my habits that I've developed, but I did some reflecting yesterday, and I decided that I'm going to continue to believe in myself and my abilities and my integrity, and I'm going to stick with the good habits that I have established. So I think it's the same for Mike. He's been through this a few times. He's been my mentor through all this, so I'll pass it on to him.
So she was like, it was hard, you know, the drinking. I don't know if I cannot do the drinking because I like to enjoy my weekends and reading a book. And I've never read a book. I've never read a book either before 75 hard. And it's tough, but you have to stick it out. Like I was saying, like, you read between the lines. Like when people make excuses saying, hey, I can't do this or I can't do that. Like, you know what? My whole life I said that I can't, and it wasn't that I can't. I could. I just chose not to.
Yeah.
And I mean, you learn a lot through the program. For me, like, I became a better person overall. I got healthier. I became a better husband. Like, and my friendships were better. I also did lose friends, and you will lose friends because a lot of people envy what you are doing. They're like, man, this guy is like doing things that I've never seen him do, and they start to criticize. And
You're
so
too focused on you.
Yeah, they start
selfish.
Yeah, exactly. And you do grow up a lot, like very quick mentally, because it is a mental toughness program, but it also will make you fit because you're working out twice a day. So that's kind of what I learned through my 75 hard progress. Also, today is day 75 for her. I did 75 days hard, but I'm doing the Live Hard program, which is a full year, and eventually we'll talk about that, which has different phases. So I've gone through phase 1, phase 2, which are 30 days each, and now I'm doing 75 hard just kind of to be on it, but I'm waiting to get on to my final phase, which is phase 3, which by the end of it will be my 1 year full transformation.
what's next, I actually came here and met with Mike because I need him to explain to me a little bit more about the Live Hard program. For anyone that's planning on starting, Mike and I will talk about a little bit how we used to structure our day, or how we structure our day. I'm more of a night person, like an afternoon person, so I don't finish my water until the end of the night. I don't read until late at night. I take my picture early in the morning. I do a morning walk pretty early in the morning, so that way at night I go work out. Mike is the quite opposite of me. He gets everything done by like midday. He'll message me and he's like, I'm done with my gallon, I'm done with my workouts, I'm done for the day. And I'm like, how in the world did you fit all that by like 4 p.m.?
So with her, like, and us messaging each other, it's like we hold each other accountable, which is great. You start building a community when you're in 75 Hard. It's like your own family. Whenever you do, and I've noticed this in life, whenever you do something that's going to benefit you, whether it's working out, doing cross training, doing 75 Hard, going to church, people start to talk negative about it and be like, you're in a cult. It's like, yeah, and the way I take it is like, I'm in a culture, you know, like a culture that I want to be a part of, that is making me a better person, not only in my health, but overall, like not just physically, but mentally as well. But like she said, I, at the beginning, messed up and did things later in the day, and then quickly I figured out how to time manage things. So my goal is, I wake up in the morning, I take my progress picture, I come here, I get my workout done. While I'm working out, I try to chug that gallon of water, so I'm pretty much done with my gallon of water while I'm working out, because when you do that, you're sweating most of your water rather than peeing all day. I read as soon as I get home, I take a shower, I read, I get it all knocked out. And then the only thing that I have left is my second workout, which is usually a 45-minute walk. It doesn't have to be a crazy workout, just 45-minute walk that I do in the evening with my wife. It's kind of like my way to just talk to her while we're still working out.
For me, I had the traditional 9 to 6 actually. Plus I have kids, which is probably why I was a little bit more of a later, like I would finish like 11:30 p.m. Wake up early, do my walk in the morning after dropping the kids off, come home, work, somewhere in there, take a picture. Then at night after working is when I would drink water all day, throughout the day. Then after I'm done working, I have my kids, everything, I would put them to bed, and that's why my night would start around 8 p.m. after they would go to bed. I would put them to bed, and then I would go to Freakin Fitness, get my workout in, my second one, and then come home and read. So that's more of like how you can stretch your day out. You have to start early. Sometimes you do go to bed a little bit later than you would on a traditional day where you just work out once, don't read, and don't have to drink a whole gallon of water and go to the bathroom all day. You just hold each other accountable. Yeah. I would say, what do you think? Like maybe pick a buddy and be like, let's do this together?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, Adrian is a great example. He's doing it with somebody that...
He already finished. He finished the day before me.
Yeah, so he finished yesterday, and he was doing it with somebody that's on the West Coast, on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, and they were doing it and holding each other accountable. And I mean, his friend lost a lot of weight with it as well.
Yeah.
So as my previous video, I'm part of First Form, and then First Form is owned by Andy Frisella, which is the same person that built the program 75 Hard. That's how I got into it. And I eventually decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take the next step, start 75 Hard. And that's how I started, and I didn't have anybody that was doing it with me at the time. It was just me by myself. I had no accountability, and it made it a lot harder. But at the same time, like, you can do it by yourself. It's like you're in a lane that nobody is in, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I don't need anybody to hold me accountable. I don't need anybody to cheer me on. I'm just gonna do it for myself. But when you do have a group, when you build that community, it's nice because you guys bounce ideas off of each other, and it's different.
Yeah, for me, I had heard about, I already explained this in my previous video. I had heard about it. I was like, no way, Jose, there's no way I'm doing that. And then I came across on Instagram a few people who were doing it. Dre, Adrian, I asked about it on the Freakin Nutrition chat. A few people had attempted it. I'm not sure how well they did with it. Then we actually met with the competition of the Freakin Gauntlet. We became teammates without knowing each other. We had a WhatsApp chat for our team, the bringing home the freaking bacon. And on the chat, like we're very similar, so we would both talk a lot. And then we started talking off of that. He told me about his transformation. I saw his video, and I was like, whoa, like this guy, that's amazing. Like that's somebody I want on my corner to help me out. And then, like he said, with the audio, I guess I was very hesitant because of the drinking part. Like I love to party, so I was like, no way. And then I never read a book. Now I'm 4.5 books in, which I love. And then we clicked and we've become friends. We talk almost every single day. He sends me videos of him slapping his wife with a tortilla, which I told him, you better not do that to me today.
and yeah, like I wanted her to see the audio because I wanted her to like see the way that she used to think before, and that she couldn't do it because she wanted to focus on, like, you know, she can probably be eating healthier, but she wanted to still go out and party and drink, and wanted to still like not read books, and you could still go out and party and just drink water. I do it all the time.
We went partying, actually.
Yeah, we did.
We went out for Janelle's birthday.
And so
and for your
yeah, and basically I drink water and I get to enjoy myself and the people I'm around, because I notice that when I drink, I don't feel good for the next few days because I don't recover like I used to when I was 18, 19, supposed to be 21. But you don't recover as quickly, you don't feel good, and I always tend to drink way too much. I would black out. I didn't remember what happened the night before, and it sucked. As opposed to now, like I get to enjoy it. I get to like actually make fun of the people that are drinking around me.
Similar to Mike, I had lost all confidence in myself, all integrity. Like I didn't think I had that at all. I went from being a big girl to a skinny girl to a big girl after having my children, and being at a very all-time low where I had, you know, I was complacent. I think that's the word. I was fine with being a big girl, and that was not okay. I realize that now. And I just look back at it and I'm so proud of myself because of everything I've accomplished, but it doesn't come easy if you don't confide in others, if you don't reach out to others. So we're here for you. Like I said, we're not superhuman. We're not, you know, we're people just like you. We have everyday struggles. You know, Mike is a business owner, you know, so he has his own obstacles in the way. I have children, I have my husband, so we all have our struggles. We're here for you to support you. If you're intimidated by CrossFit or cross training or fitness in any way, I will tell you this, I couldn't do half of the things I can do now. I came in here, like I told you in my first video, I couldn't do anything. My knees hurt, my back hurt. I couldn't pull myself up out of a pull-up or anything. Now I can do pull-ups, strict pull-ups. Like, come on, I'm so proud of myself for that. But reach out. Like Mike said, we're all very different, but we're all alike, right? We just want to have a better life. We want to feel better. There's no denying that. Even if you feel like you don't want to work out, you're not ready to take that step, you're here listening to our video for a reason. So I invite you to come and check us out. This is a beautiful community. I don't come to Weston, but I know people in Weston because I reach out to them and I'm proud of them and they're proud of me. And that's what a community is all about, right? Like spreading love, spreading kindness, and having a beautiful energy around you to continue to reach your goals. One thing I always tell people is I stopped focusing on my weight loss completely. I started focusing 100% on, I want to accomplish this as an athlete. Yeah. I want to get double unders. I still haven't gotten double unders.
You don't focus on your scale as much.
Yeah, you don't focus on your scale. You don't focus on measuring yourself. You focus on, oh my gosh, like I was able to squat 230 pounds. I was able to do a pull-up. You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to try it again and I might get 2. And you'll be so surprised. The day that I tried pull-ups, that I actually got a strict pull-up, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually did it. And remember we used to try together? I used to be like, we're trying this again. And I would go on the bar and I would, like literally couldn't like pull myself up. So when I got it, amazing. Focus on that. Find your passion, find your goals, stick to them, tunnel vision, like Mike said.
Yep.
We're here for you. Reach out to us if anything.
Basically, with my whole journey of losing weight and gaining weight and getting up to an excessive weight of 420 pounds to being where I'm at now, like, I lost trust in myself as a human being. Like, I lied to myself so many times that I lost trust in myself. I didn't believe that I can do certain things, and it wasn't that I couldn't, I just didn't. And basically, you know, once I took the jump and the leap and I said, hey, I'm going to start this, I haven't looked back ever since. And a lot of people are hesitant to starting something because they're like, man, I wish I can do it with somebody that I would know, but nobody's really going to stick it out. At the end of the day, Freakin Fitness is a community, and we're all a family, whether we talk on a daily basis or not. We may not even know each other. Like, me and Vero did not know each other at all. We met because of a competition. We got on the same team, and she is complete opposite of me. I'm a guy, she's a girl, she's got kids, I don't have kids. But at the same time, we realize that we do have things that we're alike in the same aspect. So if you guys are watching this, part of Freakin Fitness, not part of Freakin Fitness, don't hesitate to reach out to one of us and just say, hey, I saw your video, you know, can you explain to me a little bit more? If you want to say that just to break the ice, or would you mind like helping me out? And I mean, I would be all for it. She couldn't do a lot of things because of her knees and stuff. Right now, I've been having procedures done on my legs. I cannot use my lower body, and I'm here every day working out my upper body, getting in my cardio, and I'm pretty much not using my lower half at all. You could still make it happen. Definitely.
So people always ask, like, what's your motivation? How do you keep going?
My motivation, yeah, it's myself. Exactly.
Yeah, it's yourself. Like, so, you take action in the morning, even on the day that you don't want to. You come in here, you stick it out, and you're gonna be like, whoa, I did that. And then the next day you're gonna be like, you know what, I did that yesterday when I didn't want to, I'm gonna do it today again. And then tomorrow, and then the day after that.
Just
and
showing
build
up.
Momentum.
Just showing up is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know, day in and day out, just showing up is an accomplishment. And like, yeah, like you said, like, I am my own motivation now. I don't look to be like that person or like that person. I look to be like the person that I'm pushing to be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she sent me a quote yesterday or the day before that it said something along the lines of, do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hope for. Meaning, like, don't envy what somebody else is doing because they're stronger than you or not. Like, I remember 7 months ago when I was heavy and I was like, man, I just want to lose 40 to 50 pounds to kind of feel a little bit better. And here I am, having lost over 85 pounds, you know, in a matter of like 7 months, which is ridiculous. And so I focus, and that was a really good quote, because now it's like, look at what you wanted and you have it now. Don't keep looking ahead. But that does not mean do not keep pushing yourself, and that you gotta just keep going and pushing yourself to be a better you day in and day out, so that the you tomorrow is better than the you today, and my you today is better than the you yesterday. So
like, love, subscribe.
Subscribe. Love it. Awesome, guys.